What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are finally back for a new episode of Our Kind of People. This is episode 10, season 1. Girl, how many episodes is this? Supposed to be 12 or what? Because I know tomorrow next week is 11, but whatever. Just desserts, okay? So we get up into the episode. Now listen, everybody is all good at this point. I'm thinking, oh, we gotta have this kumbaya, this whole time. Remember, I was like, well, since everybody is getting along at this point, what's gonna be the new drama, okay? Because the last time that we seen, the family was all together, Angie and Teddy and Leah and everybody. But the only issue that we had now was Raymond trying to get the Darmint, stocks back from Jack, and then Olivia killed his ass, okay? But moving on from that, I said, okay, they got to be the only controversy that's happening right here. I totally forgot all about the whole stuff, the reason why Angie was really coming down there to Oak Bluff. Angie needs to know some information about what happened to her mama, okay? She want to know what went down, why she got arrested, and all of that. And so that came back up in this episode. The episode starts off on Piggy. She coming up in there. She looking, baby, for some reason, this episode, Debbie Morgan was giving me the auntie, her character off of East Bayou, okay? Like the way that she was, reciting her monologue when she was talking to her monologue when she was talking to Tariq and everything. It was just like, it's like she went into that place in that zone, and she was just in capturing the essence of her character in East Bayou. Now, if you ain't never seen East Bayou, bitch, are you really black? I'm just saying, I feel like every black person should see East Bayou at least one time, okay? And BET used to play that shit every goddamn day, so I mean, you probably caught it, all right? But anyway, you know, Angie and Lil Nicky and what's the daddy name? Hmm. Tariq is the boyfriend. What was the daddy name? Girl, I didn't forget the goddamn, and it's gonna be on my mind. It's gonna be on my mind. Girl, her baby daddy, we just gonna call him that for right now, Mr. McKinley. They up there dancing and having a good old school time, 90s and all that stuff, whatever. Piggy sitting there looking like, oh girl, what's going on? So Angie has to come over there to see what's happening with Piggy. And, she came back. She had to go to a meeting because she said, I saw you leave out early or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I went to a meeting. Like, she went to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting, okay? Because y'all know Piggy used to be a little crackhead, doing little crackish things, you know what I'm saying? So she had to get that back on its on level, And I was like, okay, at least you taking the initiative to get yourself together. Because at this point, her conscience is weighing so heavily on her. She telling Angie about Tariq, like, I lied to him. I told him that I didn't know who Darius was, even though she was dating Darius at the time, because he needed to know some information about his father. Darius was friends with his father, okay? And so she lied to him and said that she didn't know anything about him because of what the daddy knows. Teddy knows, okay? Teddy knows that she helped kill him or do something, caused his death or whatever. So, and I'm talking about Darius, not Tariq's daddy. But, you know, she told her that. And she was like, I'm finna come back and I'm finna get at Teddy at this point. Angie is pissed, okay? Because what you're not gonna do, you're not gonna keep on trying to blackmail people, okay? And we supposed to be developing this relationship, and now I find out you blackmailing my aunt. Like, what's really good, daddy? Okay, I'm just now finna be comfortable calling you daddy, okay? What's really good, okay? And she was like, no. Don't spill the tea just yet, okay? Don't be done with him just yet, all right? Because to get a snake, you need to get up close to him and grab him by the throat, okay? That's what you need to do. So you need to get good in and let the chips fall as they may before you find a time to strike. Don't move off of emotions right about now. I said, girl, I'm Piggy, I don't know why you telling her this, because she ain't gonna do that. She might listen for like 2 seconds, but then, she gonna get frustrated, she gonna get irritated, and she gonna go ahead on her own, okay? Meanwhile, speaking of Teddy, he's in a board meeting listening to Tariq pitch, for the stadium idea. He gave him the opportunity to pitch a bid or whatever to do construction or whatever, get a contractor, bid for the whole stadium, and they liked it. Okay, so when everybody leaves out, Teddy basically told him, I need you to go down to the police station and get these papers that Jack had that was supposed to be sent to me. Okay. And he was like, okay, cool. And I said, so you still gonna be cool with this man when you know that this man is lying to you? But all right. Meanwhile, we get over there to Raymond and Leah, and they reminiscing about Jack, and we see that Raymond not really showing any type of emotions about Jack. And even Leah kind of called that out, like, you can show your emotions or whatever, because at one point Raymond was like, why did why did Lauren think that, you and Jack was doing something and it was mutual or whatever? She said, because remember that ball in episode 1 or whatever, y'all remember when Jack kissed her? That's when she told him, yeah, that man, she walked in on him kissing me, and she thought that it was, a mutual thing, and that, but that it really wasn't, because I knocked that motherfucker out afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. I should have told you, but you was going through what you was going through, and we was going through what we was going through. And he was like, I understand, because unlike your sister, I know exactly how it feels to have somebody kiss you unwarrantedly, because that's what happened with, Angie saw Alexis or Alex kissing him, and that's what went down. So at this moment, we got this understanding, and I'm glad that they're on the same page and he's not being pissed off at her or whatever. Okay, cool. But she's concerned about the way that he's dealing with this Jack situation. You're not taking time out to grieve about it, because he's so all about business at this point. The phone keep ringing. She was trying to give him some, sympathy and empathy and hug him and all of that stuff, some condolences and everything. And, he cutting it short to get on the phone. I said, let that man grieve the way that he needs to grieve, because at this point, you should already know, regardless of the fact that that's his oldest friend, you can already tell just by the way that he's acting and been acting in the past that he really didn't care about that man, and he was really forced to be cool with that man. Okay. And after what he did to his wife, he definitely don't give a damn, Meanwhile, we're about to get into the last stages of the Grace Cities. Okay. One of the final stages is called pastries and prestige, or pedigree, or something like that. And basically what they got to do is the ladies have to come in, and y'all have to bake something that says your roots. Okay, give your family history, a family recipe or whatever that's been passed down that says something about you or whatever, because us black folks, we're all about our story. That's what this is all about. That's what they're trying to do. Leah, she's cool with it. Angie, she's a little distracted because one of the ladies was trying to talk to her, but she kept on looking at Teddy. I said, calm it down, Angie. Don't strike just yet, okay? But, Leah came over there talking to Angie. First of all, Angie looked good, okay? Angie looked good. I said, bitch, you ain't have to come up in there and stunt. Angie and Leah was the best dressed out of all of them. I said, okay, y'all sisters. Y'all sisters. All right, I get it. Some of them ladies was looking a little bit frumpy, but then you had Angie up in her cream or whatever and her off-white. And I said, all right. Leah in her little floral and everything. And she come over there. She was like, girl, you got to shoot in, because this means a lot for Angie at this point. If she gets into one of the finals for this pedigree, pastries and pedigree, that means she's got a shoe in to get into the Great City, which means she has an investor, because Leah told her that lady, from the Essence magazine or whatever magazine was that Olivia was trying to shade her on. She said, yeah, she basically like your ass, okay? She really like your ass, And at this point, while they kikiing and chopping it up, Teddy comes over there trying to say what's up with his girls, and then he tried to put his hands on, Angie back or whatever, and she said, don't touch me. I said, Angie, keep it together, girl. We're not about to make no scene just yet, okay? Everybody around them was like, what's going on? My nosy ass would have been the same way, like, what happened? Why she so loud? I thought that was cool. What's cool? Wait, we finna have some more family drama? Bitch, let me take a seat. And she just ran up out of there. I said, now, Angie, you gotta stop that. Okay, you gotta stop putting on little shows right about now. You can't blow your cover. Meanwhile, she over there trying to come up with an idea to, make for the little pastries and pedigree, because her mother wasn't about no family recipe type of stuff, whatever. So she's on her little Instagram live and getting her audience together. I love the fact that she is incorporating social media in the correct way to help with her business, and to grow her audience and to grow her, clientele. And, the closest that she had with her sister, I mean, not her sister, but her daughter, little Nikki. I feel so bad for little Nikki. Little Nikki still, Her whole thing is, Mama, I really want you to get this so that we can go ahead and get this money so I can get into boarding school. I said, you still want to go with that to that little bitch? I'm sorry, Taylor, but that's what you is at this moment, okay? Because you playing cousins. You playing cousins. You playing ping pong in between the two, and I don't like it, okay? This little girl about to give up her whole life and try to switch her whole life just to be around you. I said, no, we too young. We don't need these ladies doing this. We don't need these young girls doing this, okay? Meanwhile, Leah came over there trying to see what was up, and this is when, you know, they're on this good front, this good footing, and I love it. I really do. You heard Nikki call her auntie and everything, and she was like, "Oh, hey, girl," and I was like, "Oh, so we on that level? That's cute." How much time has passed that everybody is all cool with each other? I don't care, but I just really want to know a timeline, because now things are about to get thrown off track. Okay, because you know, even though Leah and Angie are on a cool footing, Angie was like, you know, Leah wanted to know what happened, because, you know, Angie said she don't even feel like doing this whole thing right now because she's dealing with some family stuff. And Leah was like, is it because of my daddy? Like, what's going on? And she said, listen, all I want to know is some shit happened between that caused my mama to get up in jail, and he knows what the fuck happened. Like, he put her in there, he was doing something, he set her up, because before that Leah had showed her the picture of her mama, Angie mama, and Olivia at the Gracies, and showing that, you know, your mama made it to the last round. Okay, she almost went there, but it was the summer of 1984, and that was the night before she got arrested. The night, yeah, right after that she got arrested, and that's why she couldn't make it to the to actually get in. Okay, and so that's what brought up that whole conversation about, you know, what he did to the mama. Okay, and so at this point, Leah is trying to understand, why would he set her up? Okay, she don't understand, she don't get it. And I said, of course you don't get it, because that's your daddy and you're not looking forward to getting it. Okay, you don't want to see him in that light. But of course Angie is gung-ho on trying to figure out the truth. And that's basically what she told Leah. Okay, I'm gonna find out what's going on with my mama. Bitch, I'm fat. Okay, I'm tired of looking at it. Anyway, but my clothes fitting loose on me. But I feel like, what's going on, bitch? Like, what's really good? Okay, but anyway. And this new. And it's big, okay? Anyway, moving on. Tariq had came over there to talk to Miss Piggy. Why they call Auntie Pat Piggy? Why y'all couldn't just call her Pat or Patty? Okay, don't call that lady Piggy. You know, and I'm just talking about being fat. And then I said Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy a boss. Okay, she iconic. But at the same time, she is a pig. But anyway, that's not here nor there. Okay, I don't even know why I got on that. But you know, she wanted to just go ahead and apologize for lying to him. Okay, I knew your daddy. I knew Darius. That was your daddy's friend, okay? He did work for your daddy that, you know, your daddy didn't really want to do for Teddy. And he was like, what you talking about? Yeah, Teddy always had him doing some stuff, and some things probably weighed in on him. And I'm pretty sure that your daddy was not the one that would take his life like that unless something was truly, truly weighing down on him, okay? And, you know, she apologizing and all this stuff. And he was like, this ain't about you. This is about, you know, trying to figure out what's going on, okay? But Piggy did tell Angela, don't give up on Tariq, okay? Because he's going through a lot trying to figure this stuff out, and just hold off on trying to give up on him. And she understood as well. Meanwhile, you got Raymond down there at the detective office talking to him, trying to, you know, get some information as to what's going on with this whole case. With Jack in the situation. And remember how they tried to cover it up to make it seem like he fell accidentally. Now the detective is basically saying, listen, they thinking that it might be a woman that was up in there because there was a aroma of a woman's perfume in there. It was only 2 glasses in there. And so of course, you know, Raymond, quick thinking, was like, you know, Jack, he was the type of person that used to like have high-end hoes up in there. Okay, so that's could have been what was going on. And then he talked about this whole the papers or whatever that he needed, because it was those stock papers that would have signed over the company to Teddy, and he needs that before Teddy can sign off on it, because if Teddy signs off on it, that makes that he owns their company, because he giving him his shares. Okay, but he couldn't get them because he already got somebody to come down there and get him. And so Tariq came down there to sign off for him. And then once he leaves the window from getting the papers, he sees the chair that he was sitting in the night when him and his mother got the call and has to come down there to the police station that his father had passed away. And he had a panic attack. And Raymond came up there, gave him some water, and was chatting him up to try to see if he was okay or whatever. You know, just buttering him up and everything. And the whole reason for this was so that he can get those papers, okay? So he could get those papers and look and see what was in them, you know? And at this point, Tariq like, see, that's the reason why you up here trying to chat me up or whatever. Because when we was in school, you was the same way, the same fake-ass, rich-ass bitch. That's what you are, okay? Because you didn't have my back when we was up in school. You know, they went to the same boarding school. You always looked at me as the help. When people started missing stuff up in the school and shit started going wrong and everything, people started looking at me, the poor rich charity case, the poor charity case, you know, that ain't had no money. So they tried to look at me as the one who did it. You ain't never had my back. You know what? Fuck you, okay? Because he gave him the side story about how, you know, Teddy ain't shit or whatever, trying to, you know, level with him to get him easing up in there, and Tariq wasn't falling for it at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And so moving on from that, Piggy up here talking about something. She finna turn herself into the cops. I said, girl, don't do that. Because her conscience is weighing extra heavy on her in this episode. I said, girl, no. I mean, you got away with it this long. You might as well just go to the grave with it, okay? Meanwhile, Raymond looking at pictures from him and Jack and Tariq up in school and seeing how sad Tariq looked because he ain't had no friends up in boarding school. He ain't had nobody having his back or whatever because people did not like him because of where he came from, because he looked like a charity kid. He wasn't a rich kid like everybody else, you know? And we get more so into the reason why he was cool with Jack. He felt like he had to be friends with Jack, okay? And Leah will sit there trying to talk to him and, you know, being there for him and, you know, trying to tell her, I just don't understand the loyalty that Tariq has to Teddy after all the stuff that's been going on, okay? And saying that, you know, he needs to let Tariq know and see that that man will hurt anybody that comes on his path. So he basically want to get him on the same side. And at this point, you know, Leah was like, yeah, Angela back to not trusting daddy either. But, you know, y'all want me not to trust my daddy, but that's my daddy, okay? And I said, well, girl, you'll find out. You will find out, and that's exactly what Raymond said. Raymond said, well, ask your mama, okay? So Leah do go down there with her mama, you know, in the little nursing home and, you know, sitting there eating some little shortbread cookies and then, you know, bringing up, she brought up the fact that, oh, this must be the time where the pastries and pedigree is coming up. So what's going on? So at this point, Leah brings up what happened in 1984. And so the mama was about to have a breakdown because she was like, it was a whole bunch of stuff that happened at night that, you know, she wants to be free of. We found out that that was the night that, you know, I guess she found out that Eve was pregnant. Also that Teddy was going to divorce her or leave her for Eve, okay? And that was that sequence a few episodes ago when we saw a young Leah and her mama going crazy over those flowers and getting all cut up with the thorns in the flowers or whatever. And when the daddy had to come and put her in the home or whatever because she wasn't taking her medication, you know, she was like, I take my medication, think everything is all good, and then something to go wrong that'll make me get off and, you know, your daddy could do some fucked up shit, okay? Make me seem like we gonna be all to the good, but then kind of find out you want to leave me for Eve and some other things that went down, right? And so at this point, she just started freaking out and having an episode. And right on cue, who there? Papa. Okay, I said, now, Teddy, how you here? All right, so they get to calm her down, give her some medication or whatever. He getting pissed off at Leah, like, what are you here for, okay? You up here dredging up memories and stuff that don't need to be coming out or whatever. And this whole situation with Angie, you need to get rid of her, okay? You need to get rid of her before I get rid of her. Her time at Oak Bluff is over and done with because, you know, it's for the better of everybody that a lot of this stuff don't come out. And I'm sitting here like, and Leah, you really gonna go and do what your daddy say? Like, you're not questioning why he wants so hard for you to get rid of Angie. Like, what secrets do he really have? And now you're not thinking like, listen, obviously Angie was right that he's hiding something, okay? That he has something to do with her mother. You know what I'm saying? She brings it up, and he basically said he had got the best lawyers in Boston for her. And I'm just like, what? Like, Leah, you can't fall for this shit, right? Meanwhile, we get Raymond and his mama, and he basically told her, listen, I'm not finna be your good boy no more. You need to calm down. I don't need you to tell me anything, okay? Because I'm covering up your mess. Your mess that I could have put out there. I could have let the cops come and get you. He is fed up with Miss Olivia, and it is understandable. Molly Mama needs to calm the fuck down, okay? Because if y'all don't know, that is Molly Mama. But, from Insecure. At this point, it's time for pastries and pedigree. So it comes to Nikki and Angie. She makes this pound cake. It's not from a family recipe, but it's using ingredients from her mother that she used to make her conditioners and stuff like rose water, some other stuff or whatever. And it was a new tradition that she's making. She was like, my mom wasn't the type of person that cooked, but this is what we did all the time. We made the products and all that. So she's incorporating her mama stuff into it. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Of course, Miss Olivia gonna have something to say. But, you know, she was trying to be a little snarky, but Angie wasn't falling for it. She wasn't giving into it. Nikki was like, so you gonna eat the pound cake? So she went on ahead and tasted the pound cake, and she couldn't even deny that that pound cake was good as shit. Like, eyeballs was rolling in the back of her head and everything. I said, go ahead. Coconut oil, honey, and rose water. I said, that sounds cute. That sounds cute. And it sounds like it smelled good too. Okay? And so, you know, they going through all of this and everything is good. You got Tariq in there. He shows up. Raymond winds up talking to him and, you know, apologizing for the way things went and how come he didn't have his back and how he felt like he didn't have a choice to, you know, pick his friends, and he didn't really want to be friends with Jack, but he felt like he had to because Jack and the family, well, Jack's family and his family was extra close. So he did one last dish effort to pitch to try to convince Tariq that Teddy ain't really here for you. He's really out for himself. And so he thought that it worked, but he couldn't really tell. He didn't think that it was gonna work or whatever. And so when it comes time to doing the pedigree and pastries or whatever, the judging, before that, Leah and Angie had a little conversation, and Leah said, listen, I talked to my daddy, okay? Daddy said, you know, he got your mama the best lawyer, so that means to me that he ain't set that lady up. If he set her up, why would he give her the best lawyers, okay? She was like, listen, girl, your daddy is a goddamn liar, all right? And I'm not leaving any stone unturned. I don't care how close we done get, but baby, I'm going to find the answers that I want to find, okay? Because it's lies all up and through here. And if you can't see it, that's on you. But I see clearly because the rain is gone. My eyes is open, okay? And so it gets to the time where they actually doing the judging. I think it's supposed to be 5 ladies that's supposed to be getting into the slots, you know, the winner. All right, so we get the first group of ladies, and at least I think like the first 2 didn't make it, or the first 3, they got the dark wooden spoon, okay? And I think it was like 3 judges. The lady from the Essence magazine, Olivia, and somebody else. No, it was 4 of them, because it was a tie when it came to Angie. But the purple spoon, you made it. The wooden spoon, you didn't. You know, the black wooden spoon, you didn't. So the first 3 women, they didn't make it. I think like the other 2 women did. Then when it came to Angie's group, it was 2 women that did make it. And then when it came down to Angie, the lady with the Essence magazine, she gave her the purple spoon. The other lady gave her a purple spoon, and then Olivia, of course, gave her a black spoon, and it was another lady that was sitting next to Olivia that gave her the black spoon. So now it's a tiebreaker, and who has to be the tiebreaker? The chairman of the Gracies. Who is that? Leah. Now, Leah done had this whole conversation with her daddy saying, you need to take this bitch out. Mind you, Olivia has already been sanctioned. Like, girl, you can't come for Angie because Leah didn't put her in her place. But now, all of a sudden, because of what Teddy's saying to Leah, Leah took Olivia's side and basically said, no, I said, ain't that about a bitch? Gave her the black spoon. I said, that's fucked up. And of course, you know, Nikki always looking like she about to cry all the goddamn time. Nikki, you gonna be crying later, okay? I'm pretty sure. And once you find out about Taylor fucking around with Lauren behind your back, even though you kind of did that to Lauren, I want y'all to fight, okay? I really want you to pop that bitch in her mouth because she is not right, all right? And you pop yourself because you was wrong for what you did to your cousin too. Even though you ain't know that was your cousin at the time, you still stole another bitch woman, okay? But hey, it is what it is. And so at this point, you know, she go back home. Tariq had met up with Raymond and gave him the papers. And Raymond wanted them to come, you know, kick it with each other and partner up, okay? Because Tariq was thinking about being done with Teddy. And he was like, no, you'll be good on the inside, okay? And he was like, okay, cool. We partner up and we take this motherfucker down. I said, uh-oh. Black ops, okay? Next thing you know, Tariq comes over there to the house to see Angie and give her a kiss and everything, type of something. I'm so sorry about how I've been acting. I'm gonna be better or whatever, and everything's gonna get better. I don't just take your time with me and all this shit. Now I couldn't read Angie. Angie was understandable for it, but it wasn't one of those type of situations. She didn't give me that feel like I'm gonna go ahead and take you back. Cause remember the last time we saw her with a man, she kissed her baby daddy. I said, oh, okay, so now you got two men after you, so what's going on? Okay. Meanwhile, you know, Leia had went over there and she saw Raymond, and Raymond was talking about, you know, just being happy that I guess he got Tariq on his side. And when he finally saw Leia, Leia was crying. I said, oh my God. See what Teddy did? Let me tell you something. Joe Morton has been causing turmoil on TV for the past 10 plus years. Starting with Scandal. He's just been ruining lives left and right. Ruining relationships, okay? Leah and Angie were really finally getting along and being sisters, all right? And now they're not. Okay? She's feeling. Now this is a whole 180 because at the beginning Leah wouldn't have gave a damn, okay? But now all these tears, she really cares. And I feel so bad. Meanwhile, Angie done came home in the house and they done found out that Piggy done turned herself in. I said, Piggy, why would you do that? Okay? You know, and that's basically the end of the episode. But it was cute. I think we got, how many more episodes we got though, for real? Is it 2? It's supposed to be 12 episodes or more. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this. I'm glad that it's back. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.